What if I told you the story of a young Crip from Long Beach caught in a murder case at just 19? Who would one day become a global icon, an entrepreneur, a family man, and the owner of the very record label that once threatened to destroy him? This isn't just about rap. This is about resilience, reinvention, and redemption. It's about rising from the streets, defying odds, turning enemies into opportunities, and rewriting your destiny. This is the blueprint of Calvin Broadus Jr. This is how Snoop Dogg mastered the game. From the streets of Long Beach to the stages of the Super Bowl, from courtroom chaos to boardroom triumphs, his story is a roadmap for anyone determined to win against the odds. The Up's stardom at warp speed. In the early 90s, Snoop didn't just enter hip-hop, he redefined it. With a voice that could be smooth as silk, yet carry the menace of the streets, he quickly became the embodiment of West Coast rap. The Chronic introduced the world to a new sound and a new face, Snoop Dogg. His debut album, Doggy Style, wasn't just successful, it was historic. It debuted at #1, sold millions, and cemented Snoop as the Dog Father. Overnight, the skinny kid from Long Beach transformed into a cultural icon. He brought swagger, style, and a lyrical cadence that would influence generations. But as meteoric as his rise was, so too were the pressures that came with fame. With spotlight came scrutiny, with influence came enemies, and with money came the very dangers he had escaped as a kid. Snoop's early success taught the first truth of the blueprint: greatness attracts attention. His charm, charisma, and undeniable talent propelled him into superstardom, but the streets were never far behind. The downs, death row, and danger. At the height of fame, Snoop faced a life-defining trial. Charged with murder, he lived under the shadow of a possible life sentence for nearly 2 years. While he eventually beat the case,
as to Calvin Broadus, we, the jury in above entitled action, find the defendant, Calvin Broadus, not guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree, in violation of Penal Code Section 187, a felony, as charged in count 1 of the indictment, dated February 13, 1996, Charles B. Foster, foreperson. As to McKinley Lee, count 1, the lesser. We, the jury in above entitled action, find the defendant, McKinley Lee, not guilty of the crime of murder in the second degree, in violation of Penal Code Section 187, a felony, a lesser included offense to the crime alleged in count 1 of the indictment, dated February 14, 1996, Charles B. Foster.
The scars ran deep. The very system he had sought to escape seemed to be closing in on him. His follow-up album, The Doggfather, struggled to capture the magic of Doggy Style. Dr. Dre had left death row. Suge Knight's empire was crumbling into paranoia and violence, and the label that once nurtured him had become a cage. Creative freedom evaporated, trust became fragile, and Snoop found himself isolated in an industry he helped define. Sometimes survival itself is the win. Snoop's ability to continue creating music, touring, and staying relevant while facing personal and legal turmoil is a testament to endurance. The lesson isn't just about pushing forward, it's about maintaining clarity, focus, and discipline when everything in your world is collapsing. Even in his darkest moments, Snoop never lost the essence of his art. He understood that challenges aren't roadblocks, they are the proving ground for legacy. When the label became unbearable, he made a move that would alter his trajectory forever. He walked away from death row, leaving behind chaos for an opportunity that promised stability, mentorship, and a chance to rebuild. In 1998, Snoop signed with No Limit Records, but this wasn't just a label switch. It was a masterclass in business strategy, disguised as a career move. Under Master P, Snoop found what Suge Knight could never provide: autonomy, respect, and a real education in entrepreneurship. At No Limit, Snoop dropped 3 albums, each reflecting both his musical evolution and his understanding of brand management. Critics may not have always loved them, but the real value wasn't in the reviews. It was in the lessons learned. Even legends need mentors. Master P taught Snoop how to diversify, how to leverage influence, and how to transition from a street rapper to a business-savvy mogul. These years highlighted a critical truth. No matter your talent, growth comes from guidance, humility, and the courage to embrace knowledge from unexpected sources. The transition to No Limit wasn't just about survival, it was strategic reinvention. Snoop learned to approach music and life as interconnected enterprises, understanding the delicate balance between art and commerce. This period laid the foundation for the multifaceted empire he would later create. The Reinvention, from rapper to brand. The late 90s and early 2000s were Snoop's era of reinvention. Partnering with Pharrell on Beautiful reminded the world that Snoop could evolve without losing authenticity. His ventures extended far beyond music, TV shows, movies, the iconic cooking collaborations with Martha Stewart, and a growing portfolio in cannabis, technology, and lifestyle products. Snoop Lion, his reggae persona, was another strategic reinvention, a testament to his willingness to explore, experiment, and defy audience expectations. He understood that longevity in entertainment isn't about staying in one lane. It's about expanding your footprint while staying true to your core identity. Snoop's evolution teaches a critical business and life lesson. Don't allow one identity or lane to define you. True influence comes from authenticity across multiple arenas. Music was the entry point, but his brand thrived because he leveraged his persona into every venture, creating a lasting cultural imprint. His ventures weren't random, they were calculated. Each move reflected an understanding of audience, culture, and opportunity. In this phase, Snoop showed that reinvention isn't just survival. Full circle, owning your legacy. Then came one of the most poetic moves of Snoop Dogg's entire career. In 2022, he purchased Death Row Records, the very label that once threatened to imprison him, both literally and creatively. The same empire that had been a crucible of chaos, conflict, and danger now became the symbol of his ultimate triumph. By taking control of Death Row, Snoop didn't just acquire a company, he claimed redemption, rewrote history, and asserted mastery over a past that once threatened to define him. This was more than a business transaction. It was a statement to the world. It said, "I am the author of my story. I am not a victim of circumstance. I turned struggle into strategy and challenge into opportunity." Owning Death Row completed a full circle moment, transforming the narrative from survival to dominance. Snoop didn't just survive the music industry, he reshaped it, proving that real power comes from embracing your past, learning from it, and turning it into a legacy that no one can take away. So what can we learn from Snoop Dogg? What blueprint does he leave for those striving to master their own game? Persevere when the world is against you. Life will throw trials, setbacks, and betrayals, but endurance and focus create longevity. Find mentors who expand your vision. Even icons need guidance. Snoop learned from Master P that knowledge and mentorship are as vital as talent. Reinvent and diversify. One lane never defines greatness. Expand, adapt, and evolve. Your influence grows when you cross boundaries without losing authenticity. Own your story, literally if you can. Confront your past, learn from it, and, if possible, claim it. Snoop's acquisition of Death Row is the ultimate lesson in turning adversity into advantage. From courtroom struggles to Master P's mentorship, from Doggy Style to owning Death Row, Snoop Dogg's life teaches us that resilience isn't just survival, it's transformation. Every challenge, every setback, every reinvention serves as a masterclass in strategy, perseverance, and legacy building. If Snoop can rise from the streets of Long Beach to global dominance while maintaining authenticity and business acumen, then so can you. You can master your own game. You can claim your own empire. You can write your own legacy. What's your biggest takeaway from Snoop's journey? Drop it in the comments. Don't just watch, engage. Hit that like button. Share this blueprint with someone who needs inspiration. For more stories of icons who transformed their worlds. And don't forget to check out our second channel, Mansa Musa Mindset, for deeper dives into the strategies, habits, and legacies of the greatest entrepreneurs and visionaries. Your journey to mastering the game starts now.